Good morning again. I am really patient, and I'm patient because I think it was important to hear from our community members. I first want to just thank the council and thank the staff. I'm the executive director of the Los Angeles Neighborhood Land Trust. I've been in that position for about a month, and it's been a great month. It's so rare that you engage in a process with government where you make suggestions and they accept them, and then you move forward. And so this has felt like a really great process thus far. However, I do want to echo the sentiment of my colleagues. I am also a resident of South LA, and I think as our council member said, so often the African American community is neglected. We are used to coming to decision-making bodies like this and looking at the people staring down at us that don't look like us, that don't have names that sound like ours, that don't really know our everyday struggles. And for us, we do think it's important that this is a transformative process that is about transforming our communities, but we want to make sure that those transformations are for our communities. And the guidelines have already done so much to ensure that that happens, but we really do think it needs to be explicit. What does community engagement look like? How is that going to be scored? Are people going to be able to show up and have a meeting that's not at an appropriate time, that doesn't have translation, and just get a sign-in sheet and say that they're done? We really do want to push back on that readiness. The readiness tension is real. If community residents come to a process that's, going to be stronger for a grant because it's so close to readiness, but they haven't truly engaged, even if the agency says they've engaged in the past, but have they engaged in the transformative ways that we're proposing here, then what does that really mean for community? In our communities, we see changes happen. I moved to South LA because I wanted my kids to grow up around other Black people, and now every single person we see move in, me and my white wife, look like her, not like me. And the reason we don't feel like the investments coming to our community are for us is because engagement is just a sexy term that people use without giving explicit guidelines and scoring to really make sure it happens, without making sure that community-based organizations who take time out of their days, community members, to fly up to Sacramento to hustle to get the money and then go back and work our 2-3 jobs and just show up as folks of color in spaces where we are often feeling like the other. We need to know that there's a true commitment. True commitment comes through showing your priorities, through making explicit funding available. And so you will hear from other members of the Equity Alliance from Trust South LA. You've already heard from Scope. We can't say thank you enough for all that you've done, but we ask that you not forget the Black and brown communities in South LA who face struggles every single day of just being able to breathe and just being able to know that the power is in the community, and we want to co-power with you all. We want to work together to make a difference. Thank you.